Yep.
It's one of those days. It's just one of them days.
Oh yeah. Well, we got no flashcards. We're here.
Fuck the flashcards. We got to do.
We're here. The Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania Under the Curtain presents our recap, our predictions on what's going on next and how everything unfolded. First and foremost, I want to give a wholehearted shout out to Pat McAfee.
Yes.
And 100% Michael Cole as well. I hope you guys recover from the attack from Gunther.
Yes.
100% upset he is. But Michael Cole took it on the nose, literally. One slap and possibly a broken nose. But Pat McAfee got choked out. And hope that he is okay. He's alive. He's walking. He's breathing. But we don't know the extent of the damage that was done there. So that is a real man right there. That is a real one. Pat McAfee is a real one. So hopefully, speedy recovery to you. Hope you get back up on your feet and get back behind the commentary desk. For real. Then segue from that, I definitely want to say that even though WrestleMania, in my opinion, wasn't bad, I know that a lot of people on social media are saying that, it was probably the worst one yet. I'm going to say this. One, John Cena did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wasn't there to wrestle. He wasn't there to entertain anyone, and he was going to take the title. He did just that. Didn't wrestle, dominated the match, didn't entertain not a single person, and walked away as champion. My whole thing about WrestleMania, or at least the main event of Sunday Night WrestleMania, because everything else was spot on. My only thing about it is that there was a lack of effort to help Cody from the back, and everyone who apparently was on his side. There was a lack of any kind of support for Cody. He was literally in it by himself. So this Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania, saved everything that was just terrible about WrestleMania, which was literally just a lack of support for Cody. Everything else was good.
I mean, so just look at what I said last night. It's the writing. You can't say you're the Rock champion because remember, y'all did this before Elimination Chamber. Y'all did this in Royal Rumble. Y'all had weeks and months to do all this. No. It was idea was there? Yes. Did it execute it? No. But it happened. So
see that's my thing though. The execution on John Cena was perfect. It was the execution from Cody's side. Because John Cena literally proved his point. From him turning heel, calling a shot, doing all, he proved his point, saying that even though for the last 20 some odd years they've been telling him that he cannot wrestle, he proved his point, and going into the main event of WrestleMania, not wrestling and still being able to walk out as champion.
Yeah, but at the
with nothing, no glitter, no glam, no.
But at the same time,
that was the whole point of John Cena doing what he did. That's what I'm saying. John Cena did his part,
but
perfectly.
At the same time,
the rest of it was terrible.
But at the same time, when you make a story and you're gearing people up for a story, the players need to be there. The players need to be there. I give it to Cody and I give it to Cena because they were both doing. Because you just tell these both was doing their thing. They were synchronizing swimmers.
That's what I'm saying.
But you built this up to. You made this man to be the servant of The Rock, personal champion. You sent Travis Scott to help John Cena. Yeah, Cody did his finisher on Travis Scott. But at the same time, the story that was given to us, Cody, you're too of a good guy. You need to do some. That was the whole major theme going into WrestleMania. If you saw the pattern, most of your good guys are trying to do heelish things, but Cody do not want to mess up that I'm a straight good guy. There's a straight bad guy. Sometimes you can play both lines. We're at that stage now. Where now you're going to have good guys. Now you're going to have bad guys. Now you're going to have motherfuckers in between. Back then, it was you could tell who was good, who was bad. Now, everybody, if it's situational, everybody can be good and bad. That's what's going on now. Everybody's going back to their, hey, Cody, stay on that good side. I'll be on that bad side. So, who else is going to Seth's new group? Hey, it's probably Jay at this point. Because Jay even putting out himself. I would like to play a heel one more time before the end of my career. I want to play heel one more time. Hell, I would not be surprised that he followed Roman's footsteps. But like I said again, it's predictions. And most of our predictions be right sometimes. Most of the times. 89% of the times.
It's a high 90.
But
I want to say for people who could potentially join Seth's group, you have to go back and see the seeds that Paul Heyman planted. Because Paul Heyman already called out Braun Breaker when he was the NXT champion.
Yeah.
And the other person he called out was Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah. Mind you, Carmelo Hayes just won the
Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
So, like I said again.
So, possible that it stays like this until after the draft, then they get Carmelo Hayes involved.
Mm-hmm. And like I said again, remember, I said this yesterday. John Cena is taking that title. We coming up with a new title. Exactly what I said verbatim. And that was exactly John Cena said.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. But here's the thing. But what you said, it was right. It was going to be right regardless. If John Cena retires with the title, they have to make another one. That's point blank clear. That has to be done if he retires with it. Mm-hmm. My whole thing is they have time to take it off of him before he goes.
They're not going to do that. He said, if this is a new era, I want to be this is the last piece of the old era I want to take home with me.
But that's what I'm saying. He said he can. There's going to be times where they possibly won't let, like Randy Orton. Randy Orton is going to back him to the corner to the point where he has to fight, put the title on line. That's how Orton is. He's going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was up to Cena, as he said today, he doesn't have to fight.
No. You got 27 days left.
27 appearances.
27 days.
But yes, you don't technically have to wrestle,
Mm-hmm.
but during that time, you most likely will.
Let's see.
So yeah, Orton's gonna back him into a corner. Orton's definitely gonna back him into a corner, even if it is.
So, like I said,
Even
Cody,
if it is a week or two, or the last days of him being champion, Orton's gonna get a match with John, and that will be
that's
deciding match.
backlash. That's automatically backlash. And I told you that yesterday.
No, it's not gonna be backlash.
It have to be because Cody is not. We have not seen Cody, and I doubt
Cena's last appearance is going to be in Perth, Australia. That's in October.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Cena versus Randy Orton.
That's not gonna happen.
That's going to be in Backlash. That
Maybe.
is definitely going to be in Backlash.
Maybe not.
Because think about it. Who, if Cody is not going to be here for a while, who else in line to fight Cena?
And we gave a good lineup of people.
Yeah, and look who's stepped up to the plate.
Yeah,
Randy.
exactly.
So I know. Nah, Gunther is crashing out.
Gunther's crashing out.
Gunther's crashing out.
He's not gonna.
No.
I would like to see Gunther versus Rusev.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. But right now, Gunther's crashing out. Gunther for attacking Michael Cole and Pat McAfee is going to be suspended for the foreseeable.
Yeah, he's going to be suspended.
That is a definite.
I probably see Gunther come back before SummerSlam, or when's King and Queen in the ring? After SummerSlam or before
SummerSlam?
So I probably see Gunther.
It's after Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so I probably see Gunther back at Money in the Bank or King or Queen of the Ring. So
maybe we'll see.
Because, like I said, the draft is going to happen. We don't know who's going to be what.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said again, that stated my point of I fully understand Cena now, which I can't be mad at him.
I understood him once.
Gunther was not scripted.
Oh yeah, no, none of that.
Gunther was not scripted.
Technically, the entire tag happened during a commercial break.
Yeah, Gunther, that was not scripted. Pat McAfee is hurt.
He is 100%.
He is 100%.
And Michael Cole does have a broken nose.
Yeah, and Michael Cole does have a broken nose. He said that. He said that. His boys tweeted out that he's not going to be on the show for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a match right there. Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
I don't know, baby.
Just listen.
I don't think that's going to be a match.
Getting my look back.
I would 100% like that to be a match, but that's still a mismatch.
Listen,
in general.
Let's see.
Because at that point, you're just giving Gunther an authorization to beat the hell out of Pat McAfee.
I mean, listen, Pat fought somebody.
He fought several people, but
yeah.
there's a difference between you doing it.
So what happened? Gunther came out.
Yeah, Gunther came out after the whole Jay thing happened. Right before the main event, Gunther came out and he was just like, "So y'all just gonna sit here and just talk shit about me?" And then he went straight up to the commentary table and he confronted Michael Cole. And Michael Cole said, "Hey, look, we're just doing our job as journalists and analysts. We are allowed to have opinions. We are allowed to have opinions. We're allowed to call to action. We're just stating, one, our opinion, which we state is an opinion, and two, we're calling the facts. Sometimes we get out of line because we are fans as well watching it. But that does not take away from anything that you do professionally. We're just stating our opinion." And then from him doing that, Gunther just straight smacked him, tried to put him in a chokehold.
No, Gunther said something, and Michael said, "Well, at least I didn't tap out."
Yeah, he said, "Go ahead, say it again. Say it to my face."
At least I didn't tap out.
Yeah, and that's what Michael Cole said. In all fairness, at least I wasn't the one that tapped out, because that's what everyone was chanting. And that set Gunther off. He slapped Michael Cole, put him in a chokehold. Pat McAfee came out.
Elbow him.
He
He straight elbow to the face.
So he saved Michael Cole and then got choked out for saving Michael Cole.
Mm-hmm. Pat McAfee boys came from the barricade.
Everybody came.
They came.
Yeah, everybody came to help out Pat. No one could get Gunther off. They had about 8 to 10 people on Gunther trying to get him off. No one got him off.
They jumped like the fucking Avengers.
Yeah.
Captain America get beat up. Let's help him. Like nah.
Nope.
So no, Gunther is suspended for rape.
Yeah, Gunther's getting fined, suspended, everything in the book, possibly except being fired.
Yeah, he's not getting fired, but he's definitely suspended.
That was totally unscripted and unprofessional.
Yeah. And right now, Pat McAfee was coughing up blood on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
On the video.
Yep. So aside from that, there were definitely a lot of returns and a lot of Rusev, a great return. Sami Zayn came back.
Yeah.
My favorite JD came back.
Yeah.
New
Day got that gold. That is yeah. I got pissed off. I'm pissed. Y'all made Raquel and Liv lose the titles.
They regain it in a day.
To regain them again.
Just to have Becky go heel.
That was stupid. Like I said again, writer. I cannot stress it enough.
I don't know about that.
Writers. I cannot stress that enough. Y'all should have stressed this out. Because mind you, we didn't know who attacked Bayley. But since Becky Lynch attacked Lyra, now we know Becky Lynch attacked Bayley. I'm like, that was stupid. I'm like, y'all should have had prolonged this. So I'm that one downside, brother. But Rusev is back.
They didn't want to have another Jade situation.
Yeah, but you got to build that shit up, like how you did with Jade.
I'm just saying.
But you had to build that up.
It's a whole possibility that Becky didn't do it.
Listen, and the crowd was cheering for Becky.
Like I said, there's a whole possibility that Becky didn't do it. Remember how the whole Jade thing happened, and they picked Bayley to take her place at War Games, and everyone thought it was Bayley because she came and took her place.
And listen, Bayley proved herself.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't Bayley. Exactly my point. It's possible that it wasn't Becky, and Becky just happened to be there to fill a spot.
I don't know, because it
I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm just saying it could not have been.
How it looked and how it math and not math. Unless it's stupid because you can't say. I heard someone say, "Oh, probably Lyra didn't." No. Why would Lyra?
Lyra already beat her for her title.
Why was she?
And went through a whole gauntlet match.
Right. It does not make sense.
Why would you sit here and turn on her before a championship match?
It do not make sense. It do not. I'm sorry. The math is not mathing. 2 + 2 is not equaling 4. That's why I'm like, why you going to have them lose the title just to regain the title again? That's stupid. 2 fight.
And now Liv has an opportunity at Lyra's title.
Yeah.
For pinning her.
Facts. So now it's just like, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
And that's probably going to be next week after they defend their tag team titles.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. Now, what's the good thing about I saw? Stephanie versus
Stephanie Ricard and Io, just impromptu match. That was the highlight of the night.
That was Ducky Quack
That was
Quack.
an amazing match.
I was just highly upset that Booker T wasn't there.
Roxanne came and messed it up.
And Julia.
Well, Roxanne messed up the match. Julia just came out and did her thing. So
yeah. So we're probably going to see a tag team from that.
I would like to see Io return to NXT because she hasn't gone back since she left. So Io versus Julia could be a match we see tomorrow.
And Rhea gave the title back to Io. She said, "Yeah, I'm coming for that."
Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, Rhea versus Julia." Okay,
that would actually be a good match. That would actually be a good match.
I mean,
Rhea versus Stephanie. That would be a good match too.
All of them are all the way around is a good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's a story.
Exactly.
It's a story at this point.
Like, I'm trying to figure out how Roxanne ended up getting a title opportunity. I mean, I get that the top 3 contenders lost at Stand and Deliver. But was Roxanne next?
I don't know.
Exactly.
She's been bugging this girl for it a lot. And
you're about to get your title opportunity and you're about to throw it in the trash. You're good. You're not Bakari good.
Going to do a tag.
You're not Lapi Meta.
They're going to do a tag with Punk and Roman versus Seth and Braun at Backlash. I believe it. The way this shit is going, I believe it.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good build-up.
If you saw it, CM Punk was trying to save Roman.
Mm-hmm.
He was trying to save Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Which was...
You see, that's the thing with Roman and CM Punk. They can see the bigger picture and put their differences aside to handle that.
Yeah.
Then come back and settle their personal differences.
Because to be honest, no one didn't thought Roman was going to come today. We knew CM Punk was going to be there. We didn't know Roman was going to be there.
I knew Roman was going to be there.
So Roman's...
I knew Roman was going to be there. It's the Raw after Mania. He's still there. He's still in Vegas.
Yeah, but
I knew he was going to be there.
But Roman normally, if he get beaten, he go hide somewhere. This Roman pop. Like, I need my lick back.
I knew Roman.
So I feel like we're going to begin.
I was not expecting Braun Breaker to show the way he did.
No, I was waiting for Braun Breaker. Because there were too many tidbits was going out this morning. And I knew that Braun Breaker was going to do. I knew since Braun Breaker was going to lose, he's going to align himself with somebody to get because he is a world title ready person.
Oh yeah.
So I won't be surprised. They both have 2 titles. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised.
We'll see, because we have to see where the draft takes them, because that's going to be the next part. We have to see where the draft takes them, because wherever Seth is now is where Heyman's going to be, even though Heyman can freely go on both shows.
Yeah, but now,
because you have to think about it. If they're both going to go after titles, obviously Seth is going to go for the heavyweight title, and then Breaker is going to go after the number 2 title.
Mm-hmm. And
he can take his IC title back from Dom in Judgment Day, and Seth can go after Jay, or Seth has to contend with either Cena or Orton. He's beaten Cena. He's gotten beaten by Orton.
Mm-hmm.
And then Breaker would have to contend with Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And Solo and the Tongas.
Like I said again,
it's a revolving door of how it's going to go. You just have to figure out how to play it the correct way.
And at the same time, it's just building a story.
And then you have all these people coming back and newer faces coming in, so that's a lot.
But that's why I understand John Cena point of
that he can see that this is the end of an era because their ultimate babyface of his era is leaving. Which means the ultimate bad guy of his era, his rival, Randy Orton, has to be the one to see him out.
Yeah, because he was giving, because just to hear him on Pat McAfee's show and just giving, he even gave Cody his flowers. He gave Dominic his flowers. He gave Logan Paul, even though I don't want his other name. He even gave Joe Hendry. He Cena gave these people praises. It's like, nah. If we're going to be in a new era, I want everybody to restart. The whole wrestling world needs to restart.
Yeah.
I'm the last undisputed champion. Now let's come up with a new belt. Let's reset the clock now. Because the old stuff is not working anymore. Now we're in the new. Now we're on stuff that makes stuff viral. Wrestling is at its highest height that it ever been. So that's why I'm like, okay, I understand why you say you want to bring the title with you and make a new title. Because how many times they made a new title for each era? Roman is technically the last of the Universal era.
Yeah.
And remember, we had 3 fucking belts for the Universal Champion. And the Black was just a WWE champion. So now Jay got the belt, the War Heavyweight.
Yeah, the new World Heavyweight.
Now we need
a new WWE. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. So, because they can still technically remake the belt with it still being there. Yeah. They can, but
this
gives them more of a reason to.
Because now, just like how Seth was the first for that War Heavyweight title,
who's going to be the first for
this new? That's why I say John, this is why we needed that tidbit of information so it makes sense.
I mean, it made sense anyway. At least to me, it made sense because I don't think like they do. We don't think like they do. It made sense to me when you said that I'm gonna take this with me. Okay, yeah, you take that with you. They're forced to have a new championship made. So that way they have something to fight for. Because this legacy that's been going on with this specific championship is over 70 years old.
Exactly.
70, 80 years old. And people are not respecting it the way that it needs to be respected.
Exactly.
I understand that 100%. And with this new era, this new generation of people,
the new crowd.
There are few people who actually put the respect on the titles that deserve to be there.
Because like Michael Cole, I can't be hypocritical because Ric Flair was the dirtiest player in the game. And I'm like, yeah, touche. But Michael Cole also said, but you was different. And that way, John Cena said, well, you got to understand, you didn't know me. That's the thing. We couldn't do this back in the old days. Now I get to be myself. Now I get to
because everyone has been like that for the last 5-10 years now that you are allowed to be yourself. And if you are not yourself, you're copying someone else.
And
John Cena was in the position back in the old days where You had to cater to the people.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to
to keep your job, to be
now you don't have to cater to the people to do your job.
Yeah.
You can be yourself and still do your job.
And that is exactly what he's saying. And that was a good thank you. We need that clarity for the little people that don't understand. Because like I said again, when you talk in a higher bracket, you lose people. So you got to talk ghetto rap sometime or baby talk sometimes. So, I get what you're saying. Because everybody be in their emotions. Fuck emotions.
I need you to understand my words so we can move
exactly
in the same way.
Exactly.
Or at least walk in the same direction. Even if you're not going at my pace,
exactly.
You're not going to the level that I'm going. I need you to be able to look in the direction that I'm looking at.
Exactly.
So that way you can understand where I'm going. Because you're not going to understand where I came from.
Exactly. That's why I said the writers.
and that's why I was like, okay, John Cena is doing exactly what he said. You can't blame him.
No, I'm not blaming.
I know you're not blaming him, but a lot of people on social are blaming John Cena.
No, well, because the thing is, you didn't make it clear.
They didn't understand.
That's what I said. You have to break it down to the little people.
And this is why I drink.
But this is why there's so much disconnect. The level of the levels. There's levels to it. We talked about it in our personal talk. Hey, Market, you talking up here. Only a couple of people know what you're saying because you're talking this. But you need to dumb it down so everybody else down here below can understand.
I can only go solo. I can't go down.
That's fine because it's only for certain people. That's why I said the writers, you have to make it to like that. You have to make it you can't cater for everybody, but when you're doing a fucking story, you have to cater to everybody. So it's a monkey paw. It's a monkey paw. The evidence is right there. You just got to be open-minded to it. You just got to acknowledge it and be open with it. But like I said again, the players have to be there. If the players is not there, you're fucking up the whole storyline, and that's when people get mad. You can't say you're the final boss and the final boss is not doing the final boss shit. If John Cena won, I'm going to make an interest and I'm going to, it says Cody mom, boyfriend, daughter, wife. I am going to do anything in my power to humiliate. So when he come back to the scene, we're going to have a different Cody. That's how you write the story. That's how you make Captain America have to use the gun instead of the shield to kill. That's what needs to happen.
I'm going to stop you on that one. Because I'm thinking on a different level than you right now. Same level, different way. You could do that, but from The Rock being a heel final boss, you're forcing Cody to be put in that position, which still makes him babyface. No, hear me out. If The Rock showed up and humiliated Cody after losing to John Cena, which was humiliating enough, that puts Cody in a position where he has to retaliate. And he is justified for his retaliation. Now, by The Rock doing absolutely nothing to Cody, but him consciously making that choice himself to come back and be the anti-hero or the villain that he needs to be for the people in order to regain the top of the mountain, you can't blame The Rock for that. All The Rock did was offer him something. He said no, gave it to someone else, and now Cody consciously makes the choice himself to turn heel after being
But
good
the thing
for so
is,
long.
from there, you can't even do that because you attacked this man and brutally attacked
Yes,
him.
you did.
So you can't. That already is out the door. So you already created. You already right there created. Hey.
Yes, but if you continuously do it, it loses its meaning.
No,
you did.
No. If you write it right,
yes,
you can make this into, oh my God, this is what we needed. Like I said again, it's the theme: light, dark. What will you do? You're a good guy. And this is not the first time you did a heelish thing. Let's keep that shit in mind.
Yes. Here's my thing about it.
Cody hit Kevin Owens on the chair.
Yes.
And won that match for the title.
Here's my thing about it though. You're taking that energy and you're not directing it at the person that needs to be directed at.
And that's why everybody's having so much heat with the writing and The Rock. Because
I get what
you created this scenario.
I get what The Rock is doing. Yes, The Rock wants to have his WrestleMania match for Roman. Here is another great story that could possibly be in the writing. The Rock versus Cody. To where that pushes Cody to become what he needs to be. Because The Rock can change the rules mid-game.
Yes.
So instead of Cody coming back and say, hey, no, I want to have a rematch with Cena, The Rock be like, no, he's my champion. You come after me, and I'll put you in a place where you need to be. Or I'll put you in your place. However that scenario goes, the same time, I personally think that Cody should come back, talk his shit, and have a match with The Rock where The Rock ends up pushing Cody to change.
But that should have been the catalyst on WrestleMania.
But he was a champion. So he had to defend his championship. The Rock can't be a champion. So in order to change someone.
But the thing is, you have to, like I said again, you need all the players. If John Cena was the Raw champion already, The Rock just need to be there and just keep poking. That's the thing.
Who's to say that he's not going to still do that? Just because he didn't do it at Mania.
But the thing is, you put that out there. Yeah. You
did he say that he was going to be at Mania? Did The Rock say that he was going to be at Mania? The last we heard from The Rock was he said that he asked Cody to sell his soul to be his champion. Cody said no.
Yeah, because we haven't heard from The Rock after that elimination chamber.
Exactly. So he never said he was going to be at
Mania.
But
at the same time,
it made sense for him to be there, but he never said he was going to be there.
But in story spec, you should have been there. In story spec, you should have been there.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead of Travis Scott.
We both write. Well, Travis Scott was going to be there regardless.
But at the same time,
we both write stories. We both know how
it had to make sense.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that it doesn't make sense because it still does make sense. But this is a long-term game that he's playing.
Yeah, but this is a long-term game.
So for him to be think about it in this way. Think about it video game spec for a second. If the final boss has a group of Bowser, for example. Bowser's the final boss. He has his children coming, and Mario and
nephews, but okay.
I'm just saying for perspective. Mario has to go through each one of the children to get to Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
The children group up on Mario to keep him from getting to Bowser.
Yeah.
This could be that scenario. Bowser does not have to make an appearance every single time.
But at the same time, Bowser does.
In the games, yes, Bowser does make.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to.
But at the same time, storyline.
He has made his appearances.
Yeah, but like I said again,
you don't need to make it all the time. Story-wise, it could be a different story because the story can change at the drop of a hat.
But this is the thing. If John Cena is your champion and he's only here till fucking October, you need to be there at least to show that you're serious, to show that you want Cody to turn and be your champion. To turn. This was supposed to be the indicator of Cody humiliated in front of everybody because The Rock, this is his champion. So now you got that done.
Like I said, who's to say that is not still going to happen? There's still time. It's going to move fast, but there's still time. We are in April. We still have until October.
Yeah.
For that to actually happen.
But at the same time,
that's what I'm saying. Who's to say
how long is Cody's going to be out for?
That's on Cody.
But this is what I've been saying.
Here's the thing. At the same time, who said that it had to be Cody? The Rock only said he wanted Cody because Cody had the people in the palm of his hand.
Yes.
Seth has the people in the palm of his hand.
But the thing is,
I know where Seth is at.
But you have to understand, Seth is not nowhere close to Cody when it comes to the people. We had this motherfucker. We were riding with this motherfucker for 2 fucking years.
The only other person who is close to
that Jay right now.
Jay and Sammy.
And mind you, if you look at everybody that Karrion Kross, I would rather pick Karrion Kross.
Oh yeah.
If you really want to get technical. But like I said again,
they have time to see how it goes. All I'm saying is, I want to see how the cards play out, and I want to give it at least another month before I start doubting the process. I want to give it another month before I start doubting.
I'm not doubting the process. I'm just saying, writers, get your ass writing.
That's what I'm saying. I want to give it another month before I doubt because at this point it's like, okay, Cody lost. He has some self-reflection that he needs to do. Orton's going to get his shot. After Orton gets his shot, re-enter Cody with a changed mindset. Still trying to be a good guy, but knowing that he has to change his mindset. And then you have the summer to push Cody over the edge. Enter SummerSlam and then going into Perth to where he fully goes over the edge. The timeline is there for something to happen.
Yeah, the timeline.
The question is, when will it happen?
Mm-hmm. That one is also key too. But because
at that point, you're gonna have to have Cody turn on Orton.
I mean, we already expecting Orton. Well, Orton already told Cody, I'm going to come for the title.
Yeah, but that's the term of respect, not the term of I'm going to completely turn my back on you. We need Cody to turn on Orton.
Well, to be honest, everybody turned their back on Cody.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The only person who hasn't turned their back on Cody was Orton. Orton came to him respectfully, saying, "I got your back."
Jay haven't turned back on him.
Yep, Jay never did either.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Cody needs to turn his back on. He needs to betray these people. In order to fully go to where he needs to go, he needs to go and betray these people. So he needs to turn his back on Orton. He needs to turn his back on Jay. In order for him to go that way, he's the one who needs to turn it back, not be betrayed.
I can see that possibility. There's another possibility that he can just do something he already became a heel.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the two possibilities. One, he can turn his back on his friends and go that route himself. Or two, he can be pushed over the limit by The Rock and Cena. Unless there's a third possibility that I'm not seeing, those are the only two that I see right now.
Well, we gotta look. What other possibility that can push Cody to turn full self? To turn you to a full Dark Lord. Not that many possibilities.
Exactly my point.
Because, like I said, you could do this shit without the title also.
And that's what I'm saying. This is without the title.
So
what I've been saying is without the title.
So
because he's not gonna go on a rampage the same. He's not gonna crash out the same way that Gunther is crashing out after losing his title.
I'd rather have that.
That's
you did the same shit with Brock Lesnar. You did it with Roman. So it's just like there's many times Cody had crashed out.
See, that's the difference though. Cody had a reason to crash out. I'm not saying that Gunther doesn't have a reason, but Gunther has undirected rage and is just going after everyone.
Well, yeah, Gunther is a whole
exactly my point.
Gunther,
so
mind you, Gunther lost to twice in WrestleMania. One to Sammy, one to Jay.
Yeah. So for Cody to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna crash out just because I lost my championship."
No, something drastic had to.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Like something personal need to.
And that's like I said, and that's what I'm saying. He needs to turn on Orton and Jay, or at least just Orton, or The Rock has to push him over the edge.
But what can you do to this man to push him over the edge that The Rock already did already? Exactly my point. Exactly my point. See, it's the writing. Because you keep telling, I'm the final boss. I can do this. I'm 20 steps ahead. Nigga, I'm going to need you to show us at least 1 to 2 steps. As a villain myself, you gotta show shit. You can't just be in the back. You can't be in Hawaii playing with fucking the Rubik cubes. No. Yes, you're the board of TKO. Yes, you do entertainment. You do movies. But if you assert yourself as the main boss of a storyline, you need to do some hype villain shit.
All I'm saying is, who's not to say that he's gonna show up? That he's not gonna show up on SmackDown? Because Cody wasn't on Raw tonight.
No one thinking Cody's gonna be seen for a while.
Who's to know that? Maybe he has some words that he wants to depart on the universe before he actually takes his leave, and then The Rock shows up. But I'm just saying, it's not over yet. This week isn't over yet. This week isn't over yet.
Because right now, the storyline between CM Punk, Roman, and Seth is the chef kiss. Because this is just
everything involving Paul Heyman is top tier. Because Paul Heyman personally sits there and writes his shit.
Yeah, he did the whole bloodline.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, he personally sits there and writes all of his shit.
But at the same time, at least that's a story continuation, because now we're seeing Roman to become a pure face, and we're seeing CM Punk
become a face again,
becoming a face
instead of being on the in between.
Yes,
and then Seth,
like I said again,
Seth being on the in between, he's
if you understand themes, there's a theme going on.
Oh yeah, I know.
Your heels are becoming baby faces. Your baby faces are turning now to heels, or trying to be on the borderline heel and face. They don't want to go to the other side because of their imagery and how John Cena went straight full heel. It fucked up the kids. It fucked up everybody else. But you know what? We already know.
Yeah,
the actual true fans already know. I want to
that.
See that dark side.
Yeah, because we grew up in that good versus evil.
Exactly.
And
now
people,
I want
people committing to that kind of.
I want to see the duality. I want to see your dark side. I see Cody dark side on AEW. Now I want to see your dark side. I want to see that dark side 10 times.
Yep, like Naomi.
And Naomi said it. If I'm going to be heel, I'm going to turn this shit up to 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
We got to go all the way. And she's doing phenomenal.
Yep.
They try to now turn Bianca into a heel so Jade could be the baby face now and do that. Or vice versa. It doesn't matter. Jade can play a baby face or she could be a heel. She's that good. Just like Rhea. She could be a face or she could be a heel. She's just that good. Now we got the newcomers.
Becky is way too obvious about it.
Huh?
Becky's way too obvious.
Becky, she can do it. Charlotte, she can do it. But it's undeniable that she can be a face and she can be a heel at the same time. When she crashing out, that's her best work.
I feel like with Charlotte, I feel like she stays on the line, because of how she entered in, but she's mostly heel.
Yeah,
because even when she does her babyface work, a lot of people still boo her as being a heel.
But at the same time, she learned from her father, the dirtiest player in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
And we boo and cheer for him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I said again,
she can go on the line. But she mostly stays heel.
Yeah, but at the same time, she can play the face if needs to be. I'm talking about people that can do both.
Like the whole thing with Tiffany is that Charlotte was supposed to be a face.
Yeah, but look what happened. Tiffany became the face.
Yeah, because their match in general, that the lead up to it was trash.
Yeah,
until Charlotte started throwing blasts at her. You need to make it real. You need to make it believable. Everyone's over there falling asleep on their promos. No.
Yeah, and that you gotta fight. You have to fight. Like I said again, it's the writing.
And that's what I'm saying. That whole thing
if the writing's there, the characters have to be there.
Mm-hmm. The whole thing with them going off script and attacking each other was the best thing that happened. You can't have a play and none of the actors is there. Mm-hmm.
You need Mondra so the Thundercats could fight. Mondra, we see this motherfucker in every episode or every 3 episodes.
You need Skeletor for He-Man.
This is Skeletor for He-Man. That's what I'm saying. If you want to play a final boss, you gotta do some final boss shit. You did it once with the first premiere of Netflix. You did it again, saying, Cody, I want you to sell. Wrestle Royal Rumble. Elimination Chamber. You beat the shit out of this man.
He technically didn't even lay a finger on him.
Yes, he did. The Rock? Yes, he did. He slapped Cody with the belt. Yeah. Nigga, you need to understand. He inserted himself in the storyline to be this be all boss. He even inserted himself to even put the Wheel of Fire on Roman. Like I said again, if you're trying to do a story, the characters need to be in their roles. I can't push you to the edge if I'm not there to do it.
Not entirely true.
I can't push you to the edge if I'm not there to do it.
Not entirely true.
Because who else is going to push you in the limited time that we have?
I understand what you're saying. You're saying you can't push me over the edge if you're not involved in the story. I'm saying that I don't have to be exactly where you are to push you over the edge. I don't have to be exactly where you are to push you over the edge. Think about it this way. The way that people have pushed things to over the edge, being personal about it, has mostly been, hey, you're at the arena, I'm at your house. I don't have to be exactly where you are to push you over the edge.
Yeah, but even that is getting.
I know it's getting out of hand. It's getting too.
No, it's not even. It's not even getting out of hand. It's getting too predictable.
That's what I'm saying. It's getting too predictable. So we're
in 2025. Let's do some new shit that we never done before. Let's do something that our competitors never done before. Like I said again, if you want to be a final boss in the villain, Rocks, take notes. You gotta do stuff that you never did before.
That's a little hard to do in the wrestling because Vince has done a lot.
But like I said again,
because the only other thing that I could think of that The Rock can do to push Cody over the edge is to either take blood from his mother or his wife or his kid, or just happen to kidnap the whole family. But Vince already kidnapped his own family.
But we're not talking about Vince.
I know we're not talking about Vince. I'm just saying that specifically has been done.
I mean,
because you're talking about something new that no one else has
but
done.
At the same time,
other thing that I can think of is taking blood from the family.
We're in a new era where the kids today don't know that. The new wrestling fans don't know what Vince had done. They didn't see WCW. They didn't watch ECW. They wasn't there when fucking Kane handcuffed Shane and almost fried his testicles with a battery charger that no one done before. They wasn't there where Kane and Undertaker fought in the Inferno match. Mankind in a Boiler Room match.
Man, I love those.
So that's what I'm saying. We're in a new era where there's new eyes and new people. They're trying to keep it PG. Trying to keep it PG.
Not really. Not so much anymore.
Trying to keep it PG. Because like I said again, you have the good guys and you have the bad guys. If you looked at everybody fucking attire this whole WrestleMania, what was the main dominant color that you saw everybody wear? White, black, or both, because they're conflicted. That's if you look at wrestling always have a little fucking theme.
I know about the theme.
Each pay-per-view.
I'm not saying anything about the good or bad guy part.
But you have to say it. That was the foundation, the foundation of wrestling.
Yeah, I know.
Even though Stone Cold was a heel, I still cheer for him because why? Because he was just himself. He was just himself. Shawn Michaels, just himself. Triple H, just himself.
Chris Jericho,
just himself. The Rock, just himself.
Exactly.
Farouk, Bradshaw, JBL.
Bradshaw is JBL.
I know, but look what Bradshaw went to a new level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Now we in a new era where we have new eyes. There's so much people watching wrestling now today. You couldn't, if you would say back then, hey, you want wrestling? Ew.
I mean, people still say that now.
But not people is now in gathering in groups even more than
because the people who were watching wrestling back then grew up and now manage the shit. That's all it is.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all it is. The kids that watched wrestling back in the day are grown adults now. So I mean, I get that the transition is there.
Yeah,
but everyone back in the day, it was
like I said,
you were trying to fit in. People aren't trying to fit in.
The rules was simple. You play your character, either you're a good guy or a bad guy. Now, the good guys.
Everyone wants to be a Deadpool.
It's facts. That's why I'm saying. But for this particular storyline of Cody, Rock, I'm gonna need you to show out and do some hellish shit. You say you want this man, so you better be on that shit. You better be. I can't.
Hey, like I said, there's still some time. There's still some time. There's still some time for him to do something. This week is not over yet.
So, you know, with Paul Heyman and Seth made sense. That made sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the storyline was continuing. This WrestleMania just showed me, some storylines are going
to continuing and the others are failing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're going to a new level with the storyline.
Yeah. But then that's what I said before. The story evolves and the players change.
Yeah, but when you have a story, the players need to evolve along with the story, or you're going to be scrapped. That's what the rant. That's why I understand the rant that Karrion Kross made today.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So that's why I understand.
Yeah.
So that's why I said the writers, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. Y'all can't throw something and drop the ball for something that could be unique and to be entertaining.
And since they're going to be premiering the whole behind the scenes things about their writing, we're going to be watching that and critiquing that too.
Yeah,
100%.
And someone say y'all need to start critiquing anime. Oh, that's coming soon. That's coming soon. That is coming soon.
Give us some time to get a schedule right.
Yeah,
this right here takes up a lot of our time, especially with everything that we're doing right now outside of this.
Mm-hmm.
Our schedule is very full, but
yeah,
let us get some time because we have y'all can go ahead and write a list of animation for us to critique. Mm-hmm. We will sit down, watch it, and critique the holy shit out of it.
Yeah, trust me.
I'd do that anyway.
Mm-hmm. They say that in video games. I'm like, shit. Oh, man. Someone told me to critique the God of War at Starbucks. Shout out to people at Starbucks. They gave me a free drink today.
That's my job. I critique the God of War.
Someone told me if I could critique one video game, and I'm like, and he said, how about God of War?
That's me.
I said, I can't critique the God of War series.
That's me all the way.
I would have to give that to somebody. He said, you sure? I can't critique the God of War series.
That's me.
Because that's not a game that I frequently play all the time.
He can critique Monster Hunter all day.
He can critique Chrono Cross, fucking Legend of Dragon.
I mean, I could do that one too.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 7. The
Yes,
whole
yes.
goddamn Final Fantasy series.
No, you can't. You can't critique the whole series because you didn't play 1 through 5.
But I watch it and I read the storyline.
You can't.
I can critique
Nope.
it.
Nope.
So don't get me started.
Nope.
Not because I didn't play it.
Yep.
That's like me playing. That's like me watching the Resident Evils. I can critique the Resident Evils.
Get out of here.
So,
Nope.
like I said again,
Nope.
it's
It's not how we're doing this. It's not how we're doing this.
What?
I personally feel like if we're gonna be critiquing games, we need to critique them as they're being played. So I'll play them and you can critique.
I critique Lost Planet 3.
No.
Because Lost Planet 1 and 2.
2 was good. 2
Chef's
was great.
fucking kiss. Titanfall.
That's all you.
The whole Kingdom Hearts series.
You didn't even finish 3. Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't like 3.
Mm-hmm.
I did not
At least
like
I
3.
finished it.
Yeah, but I didn't like 3 because it was too much together.
It was too Disney.
The storyline was too over the place.
Because it was too Disney.
What do you mean to Disney? This is wrestling. We will talk about that later. We will talk about that later.
Don't get me started on that. I was about to. Let's get started.
That's a whole nother conversation. We will have to get G-Rod. We will have to get a lot of people to talk about that. So we're not going to talk about that because a lot of people say number 3 was not the greatest of the Kingdom Hearts series. It wasn't. Kingdom Hearts 2 was better.
That's Kingdom Hearts 3.
No.
Right there, just.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is involved.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Let's not. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this.
Don't do that. So yeah, we will be doing critique. So this man want to yell so badly. But anything else during this whole? I would love to see how this Seth and Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker go. I think there will be a phenomenal storyline. I think there will be a storyline where Roman will actually have to.
Yeah, he has to tag with CM.
He has
to find out. He has to develop different relationships on his own.
Yeah.
In order to go after them, and that's going to be hard for him to do, considering that everyone who he's developed a relationship with over the past 5-6 years has literally stabbed him in the back or left him for dead. This is what forcing him to do it.
He had to. This is something, and like I said again, with how he wore his, because you look at his shirt today, he wore white and black today. Again, he had a white and black OTC shirt. Mm-hmm. So, like I said again, if you're wearing all black, you're in the dark side. White, you're in the light side. Black and white, that means you're. I'm tempted. I want to be the face. I don't want to do this hill shit. But like I said again, you can't be too holy and you can't be too dark. You have to be one straight line. It's okay to tap in your light and your dark. So sometimes your dark can help you out, and your light can help you out too, in different situations. So, Cody, if you're going to listen to this, I hope you see this. Do, like my aunt always told me, do what is necessary for you.
Can I just point out that both Becky and Seth turned heel on the same night?
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing, but my thing is that I can't even say Seth is a heel because he wasn't telling. Like I said again, everybody wasn't telling a lie. You can tell if you're telling a lie, you go straight to heel. No, Seth Rollins literally told the truth.
Mm-hmm.
He literally told the truth to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman even said it on the Pat McAfee show. The truth is right there. I don't want to believe it, but no, I have to. Now with the whole friends stab me in the back and everything else, I've been there, but at the same time, at the end of the day, sadly, they're still my boys. Sadly, they're still my boys. But I know what to trust who with what. I understand that CM Punk put Paul in a situation, but at the same time, Roman can't be mad at his wise man. Because without him doing that favor, you will be screwed. You will never get that little follow back. So, like I said, Roman is going on pure emotions. You gotta think logic. You gotta think reality. Roman, you didn't have to pay that price. Paul Heyman do. So let Paul Heyman pay that price. You do what you need to do. They betrayed you, but like I said, your emotion will cause your emotion will burn things, and you don't want to burn things. That's coming from that's coming from me. But at the same time, you saved this man from Solo. So
I was trying to get off the topic of the triple threat, and you just keep bringing it back. Trying to go all to the rest of the parts of Raw and not just focus on the last segment.
I mean, what? Dominic defended his title against Penta.
The return of JD.
The return of JD. Now, Judgment Day got the gold. It's only a matter of time for Finn to betray Dom. So
we'll see how long that takes.
Yeah,
because I know for a fact that that Finn was planning to screw Dom and have Penta win.
Yeah,
but then JD and Carly will save them. So let's see how long that takes. I'm pretty sure Finn would rather Dom lose the title than get kicked out.
I know Sammy's going to go after Jay. Not go after Jay, but challenge Jay to the belt, like Sammy did to Seth. So like I said, but my thing is this: I feel like Jay is going to. I feel that Roman persona is going to hit Jay. We're going to get more vicious Jay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which I want to see.
We're definitely going to get a more vicious Jay.
Which I want to see. I want to see that. Sorry, Jay. You're in the team with Mr. Exile, the man that don't say nothing but get the job done, and the Egyptian god himself, Seth, that will get the job done regardless the penalties and the consequences. Because like I said today, I will choke Sam anybody. I will choke Sam the baby. I can't say the Pope because he passed away.
Oh, choke Sam.
But I'll choke Sam him too. So oh my god. So
you better go ahead and die somewhere else.
That was a tickle right there.
I love. All I'm gonna
rest in peace to the Pope. Though.
I just want to point out, the facts that are here right now. Liv Morgan pinned Lyra Valkyria. Liv Morgan now having regained the tag team titles, now has this opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of Becky Lynch's turn on Lyra is going to be a factor, or how long that storyline is going to be.
Let's see. Let's see.
And where it's going to spread after that for Becky, where it's going to spread after that. Because at this point, maybe if Becky is the one that attacked Bayley, it'll go from Becky having Lyra lose to taking out Lyra to Bayley coming back and defending Lyra and doing all that. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I definitely want a rematch between EO and Stephanie McCare. That needs to have a finish to it.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we had a Fight Forever chant.
Bruh. That was one of the best. And Paul, give a shout out to Adam Pierce. You did something good for fucking change.
Yeah, he listened to the
crowd.
He listened to the
talent. My God. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
But yeah, Stephanie McCare has to defend against Roxanne Perez tomorrow. I wonder if EO is going to make an appearance now.
Listen, it's going to be...
Because it's still in Vegas.
Listen, NXT is crashing out. And I love it. I wish the Raw and SmackDown would do the same fucking thing.
I wonder if EO is going to make an appearance.
Nah,
we know Julia is there. And she's going to say, dude, maybe do something.
No, NXT, I know Oba is going to say something. Trick is going to say something. Ethan Page is going to say something. The family definitely going to be saying something. So, no, niggas are crashing out tomorrow on NXT. Mm-hmm. I'm mad that I can't watch it because nigga working. So
here's another thing that I don't want to say was skipped over, but a lot of people probably missed. Now that Penta has lost his title opportunity, you think he's going to go after Gable or El Grande Americano for what he did to Phoenix?
Yeah. I won't be surprised
his schedule opened up now. He's not in contention for a title.
I will not be surprised that him and Ray Phoenix become a tag team after the draft.
If they're on the same show, 100%. That's definitely.
I would not be surprised. You're going to have. I've been said this. Shad is going against the whole luchador community. So Shad, you put yourself in a fucked up position.
Oh yeah, especially at Worlds Collide.
Yeah,
he has to contend at Worlds Collide.
You put yourself in a whole lot of.
He has to compete,
but also
because it's Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and also Malachi Black is here Friday, so I got to see how that's going to turn out.
Like I said, this week isn't over yet.
So
it's the beginning.
What story that he's going to have? And I would like to see him and Karrion Kross tag team. That would be a good, interesting.
Karrion Kross is on Raw. We have to see.
Let's see.
We have to see because right now Karrion Kross and AJ are having their thing.
Karrion Kross are crashing out, but I understand Karrion. Karrion is more. I understand Karrion because he's doing the same thing Seth is saying, but at the same time, Karrion Kross deserves a lot more, respect and showing. He needs to.
He needs screen time.
He needs more screen time. Y'all better get that man more screen time. Because him doing that wasn't even a pipe bomb. No, that was some shit.
That was him telling the truth.
That was
him telling the truth.
If that was a promo, that wasn't his best promos.
That was just him telling the truth.
That was one of his best promos. Nah, give this man his screen time. Sorry. Y'all did it with the Wyatts. That's kind of but I think Bo Dallas, he's getting better. The last thing I heard, Bo Dallas, he was getting better. He got clear, and right now he's just getting back in the he's getting back to his wrestling. So
Because they're on SmackDown. So
yeah, because they got nominated for the Sammys. They won the Sammys, and he put up a cryptic mention like, "Oh my God, they remember us, and we're coming back."
mm-hmm.
So Alexa Bliss,
She hasn't made any appearances since Elimination Chamber.
mm-hmm. But I understand because they're trying to do the same. They're trying to complete the storyline of having her and Braun Strowman back into the Wyatts to make that team a dominant team, which they can be. So I know Braun Strowman said I can't do it, but nigga, you need to do it because you already fought this man Jacob, and this man is just the interaction with Jacob and Solo is going to be fucking ridiculous. So, but I think that's all I have. What's wrong?
Duo tag with.
Oh yeah, we already talked about that.
I thought it was going to go back up.
Nah. So, we will try to be back for
NXT.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, NXT is tomorrow night. We also will have a Gaming After Dark tomorrow.
Yep. So Game After Dark tomorrow. Your boy's not banned. I know Ultron supposed to be up here.
Undertaker and Cody are on Fortnite.
Yeah.
So we don't know what we're gonna play at. It might be Marvels. It might be Fortnite.
Nah, we're gonna be playing at Marvels because I gotta play in the falls.
This
I'm sorry.
We'll see. We'll see how long it takes for him to get banned.
My God.
We'll see how long it takes for him to get banned this time. If he gets banned too early, then we'll probably.
If your internet connection is ass, don't play with us. I'm telling you that right now. Because the system keep thinking that it's me in the game system.
And that's the funny part because we're on the
same.
We're on the same internet,
connection.
and he's wired.
And I'm wired.
I'm on Wi-Fi. He's wired, but he's the one getting kicked.
Facts. Nah, they just don't want. They just don't like a real nigga playing video game. They can't read and write.
You can't read or write.
I said they can't read and write.
Damn, you can't read or write.
They can't read and write.
That's crazy.
Like how we have to dumb the things down for people to understand the wrestling. They can't just. Everybody have a beautiful night. Be safe. We'll be back tomorrow.
Make sure you catch us on the Twitch.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be Gaming Incarnate on Twitch.
Yeah, we're gonna be crashing out. You might as well crash out on Kingdom Hearts tomorrow night.
We'll see where the conversation goes.
Oh yeah, I know. I want to remind you.
Don't do that. Don't do that to them. Everybody, y'all have a good night.